Hey there, my name is Isabel, and I'm an East Coast and destination wedding photographer. So I started photography my freshman year of college, which was 2 years ago. I had the honor of rooming with a super incredible girl who was 4 years older than me, and so she was in a different stage of life. She was getting engaged over Christmas break, and I knew that I wanted to give her something meaningful to celebrate her engagement. And so, as I was praying on what to give her, I wanted it to be meaningful. And the Lord just kind of gave me the idea of, Isabel, what if you buy a $500 camera and then give her photos as an engagement gift? And so I did, and then it just took off from there, and I've been honored to capture so many more sweet moments since then. So I would describe my style as warm, candid, authentic. My biggest word in my branding is authentic. I want all of my photos to feel like my clients, and I wanted to tell their story. With that, I shoot weddings, elopements, engagements, proposals, families, branding, maternity, all the things. So I'm happy to tell my client stories in any way that I can. Some of the challenges that I faced in photography, I would say one of the biggest ones is just not having necessarily anyone teach me. I've never taken a photography class, I've never taken a business class, and so all of this is self-taught and just learned through trial and error, through YouTube, and through asking a few other people who are farther along in their journey to help me. But as a whole, it can feel kind of lonely sometimes to be the sole proprietor of your business and just to be making all the calls as a photographer because I don't have any employees or coworkers. But as much as I face those challenges, I still love photography and I love what I do and I wouldn't trade it for anything. So I would say photography has impacted my faith just in the fact that I am so much more observant and so much more appreciative of the Lord's beauty and just the way that He has woven His beauty into every single aspect of our lives, from our stories to relationships to even His creation. It's just so beautiful that we get to see a glimpse of heaven every single day when we see the sun rise up in the morning, when we see a man and a woman come together in marriage on their wedding day, when we see a family welcome a newborn into their family. Just so many beautiful moments that have really impacted and grown my faith and appreciation for the beauty that the Lord has created the world with. And my faith is absolutely the foundation of my photography business and truly everything that I do in life. I believe that God has given us a story to tell, and I think that it's a beautiful story. And all the good parts, the low parts, the highs and the lows, He's given all of these moments in our stories for His glory. And so I just love being a part of other people's stories and capturing those sweet memories that will last a lifetime. In pre-production, I just love getting to talk with my brides and grooms about their vision for their wedding day. I love that every single wedding is different and so unique to the couple. And so I just love planning with them, getting super giddy and excited, and just helping to prepare and plan the best for their wedding day so that way it's a super easy, relaxing wedding day and that we're really prepared so that way it's very streamlined and they can be present with the people that they love most on their special day. And then on the wedding day, I love partying it up with all of my couples on the dance floor. And I also just love being a part of those sweet moments, the first looks, the vows, all the sweet moments. I just love experiencing it with them, and it's truly just such a joy and an honor. And then in post production, I love gifting them 48-hour previews from their wedding day right after their wedding day so that they have something super sweet to look back on from their wedding day while they're on their honeymoon and that they can share with family and friends. So my favorite image that I've ever taken is one that I took last February, and it was super sweet. It was a really sweet couple session that I did for one of my friends and her boyfriend, and it was like just the best time ever. I can't even tell you how many times we laughed throughout that whole shoot. We just had the best time, and it was a shoot that I really mark as one of the ones that grew me as a photographer in just editing and in posting and in all the different aspects of photography. But not only just that, just the experience of it. I genuinely just remember going home that night and telling all of my friends, like, guys, I just had the best couple shoot ever. And I think that this is what I love. Like, I think I found my passion. And so I truly just credit that whole photo shoot to something really, really special in my career. So when I hear the word young creative, I automatically just think of a young 20-year-old or so college student who is just obsessed and passionate with life and with art and wants to be creative and just use the gifts and talents that God has given them for His glory and just to showcase all the beauty that is in the world. It can be really hard for young creatives to get their foot in the door and be passionate about what they do and have opportunities for that. But as a whole, I've really loved being a young creative, and I'm really grateful that I've started so young because I feel like I can grow a lot more in the next few years. I think my biggest advice to any young photographer who's just starting out would truly just to be confident and content with where you're at. I think one of the biggest things that I have learned in my own career is that every single moment is there needs to be preparation for. And so I think as young creatives, we automatically just get so excited about all the big moments, like a destination wedding, or booking your first wedding, or booking your first elopement. And all of those are such phenomenal opportunities, but our hands, they have to be strong enough to hold them. And so I would just encourage all of young creatives just to really lean in to those pivotal moments of just strengthening those foundations so that way you can be ready for those big moments when they come. I would love to continue growing it. I absolutely love Hannah Lee photography. She's one of the photographers that I look up to. So I would love to get to the point where I shoot weddings and I take on a less number of clients every year so that I can really focus and pour into them and just give them my best. I would love to get to the point where I only take on 10 weddings a year and give them exceptional, unforgettable experiences, and also just grow as a wedding photographer. I would love to do destination weddings, work along all the East Coast. I love traveling, so I would happily go anywhere to capture a sweet moment for my clients. You can find me on Instagram at Captured by Isa Photography, and I also have a website that's in my bio there, and I would love to chat.